It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
59th day in a row with the podcast. You are all welcome. No one is clamoring for it, but you're welcome. Sean Widmer Podcast. You heard it there in the intro. Today, I've got to give a shout out to a guy I work with because he has a superpower that I believe is unrivaled. And I got to brag him up because I'm mainly out of jealousy. We got to talk a little bit of football, Seahawks football. It's something I hate. And then where are my eyeballs? Because my eyeballs are going to be somewhere new this weekend. I'm going to try something. It's a constant game that I play. In fact, maybe we'll start there. It's a constant game that I play with what navigation system I use. I know it's something silly. It's just silly. What navigation system do I use? Do I use Apple Maps? Do I use Google Maps? Do I use Waze? Do I use some other one that is an upstart? I need there to be a new one. That's what I need. I need there to be a new one. And I need someone to come up with a new map system so that with one new feature, so it forces the other ones to just continually innovate and make new things. But I like Apple Maps. I like Google Maps, and I like Waze. I've enjoyed all of them. I've been on Waze lately. I've been enjoying Waze. I think it's nice. It takes me different routes than the other ones do. So I've been a fan of Waze. But Google Maps is going to have my eyeballs this weekend. And if you are someone like me who likes to check out the new features on all the map navigation systems, Google Maps is getting Gemini involved, and this is what I need. I'm in on AI for stuff like this. They are bringing in Gemini to bring in better 3D maps so that when you're driving, you can see landmarks. So, if a building is yay tall, however tall yay is for you, if it's yay tall, you look up and you see a really tall building, you look down at your Google Maps and there's a really tall building there instead of just the overhead thing that says, this is the candle factory. And you're like, is that the candle factory? I don't know. But then you're like, oh, the really tall building? Okay, that's where I turn left. I like that. So they're bringing in Gemini, which already has me excited. They're lowering that angle for you so you can see landmarks better. So I want to mess around with it this weekend and see what it's like. I hope I have access to it. I saw that it got rolled out. Now I'm just hoping that I'm assuming that it went out to everyone. So I'm going to be messing with Google Maps this weekend. Excuse me, this weekend. I'm a Waze guy right now, but yeah, I'll take a moment from that. I do like the incorporation of AI into that kind of space. That's where I like it. I will say this. I talked about it a couple weeks ago. I've got the new Siri on my phone, and just straight up, it sucks. I thought it was going to be great, and I liked it for about 3 days. It causes me more anger than it does anything. It suddenly has gone total moron when I voice to text. And I've been told now at work by multiple people that it's a boomer thing to do to voice to text, but I love doing it. I always have an AirPod in, so I love just telling my Siri to text, person X and then what to text them. I do that all the time. I'd much rather do that than type because just the entire iPhone ecosystem has just started failing me. I no longer can type on the keypad on this. It never autocorrects correctly. It doesn't autocorrect when it needs to autocorrect. I'll type in a word that doesn't exist in any single language ever, and it just keeps it on the screen. And then I'll type a word that is in English that I meant to have, and that one will autocorrect to a different word. And it's the dumbest thing. The keyboard has suddenly, I don't know if it's got tinier. I can't type the right letters to save my life. Bring back T9. I was a fiend on T9. I was a fiend. I could not miss. I was writing paragraphs on T9 in seconds. And now I can't even, there's a full keyboard at my Access, and I can't even deal with it. But the new Siri, every time I do something, it asks 50 million dumb questions. And it always asks me if I said the word or. And I'm like, the sentence is, hey, Ryan, how was your softball game last night? That's the sentence. How was your softball game last night? And then my Siri will be like, did you say or? I'm like, what? Why would I? And I always try to reason with it. I'm like, why would I say or there? Sorry, didn't quite understand that. I'm like, yeah, oh gosh, I wish. Oh man, makes me mad. So anyways, I'm not passionate about things, but you know what? I am passionate about things. That's why hopefully you enjoy some of this. Is the passion so that you can head into your day knowing you're much more relaxed going in than I am. So new series sucks. That's what we take away from that. Also sucks. Puca Nukua, you still suck. I'm over Puca Nukua. Let me see here. Oh, my wife is currently driving the kids to school, but she's doing the Lord's work, and she is taking my kids and both of her sister's kids. All go to the same school, all of them. Her van sounded like a mosh pit leaving today, and she just texted and said she took a wrong turn, is in standstill traffic, and so it's a nightmare. She's in a nightmare situation right now. This is no offense to her. This is why I need to drive the kids to school. I am a back road master because I use Waze. I'm a back roads master. I don't ever find myself in standstill traffic. And my wife is very much, let's go main road to main road. We know it's going to get there. There's not going to be any weird stuff happening on the back roads. And I'm willing to roll the dice. Okay, Puca Nukua sucks. Still sucks. I'm over him and everything that he does. He just seems like a punk. I don't enjoy him. Plays for the Los Angeles Rams, one of the biggest rivals. It's the Seahawks' biggest rival, the Rams. And he just stinks, booty cheeks. He is just a pain. He always is running his mouth. And he was out there yesterday or 2 days ago taking more jabs at the Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks just spent the offseason just getting better at stuff. And I feel like Puca Nukua took time to try to get himself correct because he was just being a knucklehead when the offseason started. And he took some shots on Logan Paul's podcast. He took some shots at the Seahawks. And he was saying any of them can get the smoke. He said, I hate everyone on the Seahawks. Well, they all hate you. But the thing that kind of ticked me off is, hey, Puca Nukua, the reason you're he is very talented. Very, very talented. Cooper Kupp is on the Seahawks. Cooper Kupp was on your Super Bowl team, and Cooper Kupp is one of the reasons you're where you're at because you learned from one of the best route runners in the NFL. And now you just hate him because he's on the Seahawks. At least you could have thrown in the caveat of, I hate everyone on the Seahawks, Coop's my guy. But no, I kind of respect it that he hates us, but I also love it because it lets me hate him even more. I just despise the Rams. They are going to be a huge thorn in the side of the Seahawks this season as they were last season. Big enough to almost cause the Seahawks to not win the Super Bowl, but they weren't quite good enough at smart football and allowed Kenneth Walker to pick up that 2-point conversion fumble instead of just taking care of business themselves, but that would require smart football players, which the Rams do not have. They just have athletic football players who have no brains. And Puca Nukua is one of the top, examples of that. So I'm out on Puca. I'm out on Puca, but I'm all in on Puca because I love somebody who's willing to stir up the rivalry. I kind of need someone from the Seahawks to step up and go in. If Puca Nukua was a Seahawk, he'd be my favorite player. I also need to clear that part up. You need to understand where I'm coming from here. I hate him because he is on our rival team and he's talking trash about my favorite team. But boy, it's kind of fun to have someone like that on your team. When you know there's a team you hate out there and you got a guy on your team who's like, oh yeah, the Rams, diarrhea booty cheeks. It's like, yep, that's right. That's freaking right. Sam Darnold hates him too. So Puca Nukua, you stink. And I'm excited for the Seahawks to beat you again this year. And hopefully you can stay out of trouble long enough to get to play in the game. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of time left before the Seahawks play the Rams. And so that's a lot of time for Puca Nukua to get arrested for something. So I would really, I hope he's going to be able to survive to that point. That would be great because I would love to have him in that game. But I would also, if I'm betting on Kashi or whatever those sites are, I might bet on Puca not making it. Might be suspended by the time we get to that game. Okay, I want to end with this. I want to give some love to my guy Jordan at work because he has got a superpower that I'm beyond jealous of. Every day at lunch, the building breaks for lunch at noon. Everyone comes back at 1. My guy Jordan walks out to the parking lot, walks to his car, opens the door to his car, and within 1 minute is sound asleep in his car. My guy he reclines his passenger seat to pretty much parallel to the ground. It's insane how far back his passenger seat goes. It looks like he took it to some sort of Pimp My Ride, but just for passenger seats, and made it so that it extends even further and raises. So he's pretty much made it so it's a bed. And he is able to, in a 100-degree day or a 30-degree day, he will walk out to his car, and if it's hot, the windows are open, and if it's cold, the windows are closed. My man lays down, puts his shades on, and he is out. And I'm talking, he is out to the point I park next to him a lot, forget that Jordan's in there. I open my car door and slam it, and he doesn't even move, not a flinch. The only thing that wakes that man up is the alarm on his phone. And I will leave the office. I will see Jordan leave the office at 12 on the dot. I will be getting my stuff together to go to lunch. I will hit my car at 12:04. So there has been a 4-minute, 3-minute window where Jordan beat me out there, and he's sound asleep. The dude is, boom. It's amazing. It's a superpower I wish I had, because meanwhile, I'm out there spending money, eating unhealthy at lunchtime, and Jordan is just advancing his day quickly, the work day quickly, and he's recharging the battery so that after work, he's got a little more energy. It's an insane talent. I've tried to do it many times where I go out during the lunch break. I go, look, I'm tired. Kids were up all night. I had to wake up early, stayed up too late. I could use like a 40-minute power nap, and I'll lay in my Jeep, and I can't even shut my brain down long enough to think about going to sleep. So that's a superpower I wish I had, and I'm not even close to having it. But I am jealous every single time. It also scares the crap out of me when I walk by his car and I forget that he's in there. And his seat reclines so far back, you can't see anything when you're walking up to the Jeep. And then all of a sudden you walk by it and there's just a man in there sawing logs. You're like, oh my gosh. Whew. And then I always feel bad because I'm on the phone talking trash about somebody. And I'm thinking, Jordan knows all my secrets. Jordan knows all my secrets. He's a great dude too. Very jealous of that. If you could sleep in your vehicle, props. Do we have any comments we need to read today? I said I wanted to read some comments today. Let's see what we got. Ron says this. Ron says, I don't know what this is about yet. I think this is about school, and he's right. Kentucky has it all wrong. I grew up in the Tri-Cities, and we always started at the end of August, which I thought was way too early. Also, explain to us how you were able to work your full-time job and do the radio show, LOL. All right, so here's how I do that, Ron. I have no life anymore. So I work during the days, get to work between 8 and 8:30, work goes till 5, come home, do dinner with the kids, hang out with the kids and my wife, then we do bath time, bedtime routine, and then I head right down here to the podcasting dungeon, and I pre-record, there's the secrets, the cat's out of the bag, I pre-record the next day's radio show. It takes me about 30 to 40 minutes, and then I'm so tired when I'm done with all that I am like Jordan, and I could probably at that point fall asleep in my vehicle. So that's how that happens. I hope the midday show is going okay. I'm enjoying recording it. I get zero feedback on it. Zero. So hopefully people are listening, and hopefully people are liking it. Yvonne says this, back to school picks didn't happen with my kids. I tried with Calvin, but only kindergarten. Woods is like you, LOL. Woods is like me. Woods is going to bring some energy to school. Back to school picks. Like I said, my wife doing the due diligence, taking a million pictures. My wife doing back to school picks kind of made me wish that we still had digital cameras, or regular film cameras, where you would take the picture and just hope for the best. The fact that you can see the picture you took sometimes is a great benefit, but in moments like this where you've got little kids trying to herd, like it's like herding cats, you take a picture, there's no way that everything's going to be right. And now that you can see the picture, it allows you to keep taking more pictures. Let's see. Oh, Yvonne also said, we're starting early in Spokane, August 26th now, and have different vacation times. It's kind of going year-round now. It's kind of like California, starting this school year. Zoe is not thrilled. That sucks, Yvonne. Spokane had it so right. Right after Labor Day, and go until beginning early June. That was the best. Spokane Ian says, yeah, we don't spend the inflated price. We find something out because their memory is almost like goldfishes. That was from my Kids versus Your Brain episode. And yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking. My memory is so bad, I don't even remember that episode. Was there anything on, again, we're just running through some comments. Was there anything on YouTube I needed to get to before I go upstairs and get my baby who has woken up? I can see, and I need to go snag him. At Stokes Mule a while ago said, I still have a Hotmail account. How many of you have a Hotmail account? You still got a Hotmail account? I did access mine. You have to go to Microsoft now. I think you have to go to like msn.com or something like that. You have to go to Microsoft now, and you can log into your Hotmail. I didn't have any emails worthwhile. Roberta says this about yesterday's podcast. You are early. I am late. Glad you and Huck are in Mario Karting together. It is all my son wants to do. He either wants to play with his Hot Wheels Mario Karts or play Mario Kart on the TV. He is in love with it. I have exactly one first day of school picture of my kids. Amanda, grade 1. Ross, 4-year-old preschool. New kitten. Otherwise, I opened the school at 6:30, and they came to school with Mark. Her husband is a teacher. Was a teacher. Mark's done, retired. It wasn't like he was going to take those pictures. It is like the commercial where the mom is saying, "No, honey, you need to get up for school. You are the principal." Teacher is no difference. That commercial is hilarious, by the way. That commercial is great. Teacher's no different. Our life was never organized enough for back-to-school pictures. Good on Anna. Hope 12 years of pictures times 3 goes well. And we're going to get one every year. My wife is going to be dedicated to that. They are going to stand for a picture every year. My sister did a great job with it, too. She's got, in front of their same door, she's got the picture of the kids every year. And it's great at this point. It's absolute hell when they're little. But it is great now looking back at the pictures. So we got Huckman's yesterday, and he had a big first day. He loved it. We have a couple of snitches in the school who my wife knows, who knew that Huckman was going to preschool and hooked my wife up with some pictures of him. Like, they would sneak by his classroom and take a picture. My man, every picture that was taken of him yesterday, he was by this toy that's just like a Hot Wheels track, but more of a Fisher-Price style. My man is going to wear that track out. Every picture that was taken of him yesterday was by that track. They're going to need new cars. They're going to need new track. He is going to wear that thing out. All right, thanks for tuning in today. Thanks to those of you who comment on the podcast. I actually forgot, does anyone still comment on Sean'sLife.com? I worked so hard to make the message board there. And let's see if we've got anything new from August. Just spam. That was from August, some spam. And otherwise, no, I don't see anything brand new over on Sean'sLife.com. So if you want to comment over there, you can. And you can be part of this. You can buck the trend of people who spam me over there. Thanks for listening to the podcast. See you tomorrow.